So we're going to be talking a little bit about my repurposing and remediating projects and where the inspiration for those came from. So this is a newsletter from the organization I worked with over the summer between my sophomore and junior year. It's Samaritan Ministry of Greater Washington. It's in Southeast DC. And they asked me to write a little blurb for their newsletter about my time at Samaritan Ministry to kind of encourage people to intern or volunteer there. And I really loved being able to give back to the organization because I had a really positive internship experience. So when I interned there, I really thought that I wanted to get more of my friends back home at school to intern because it was just such a great time for me. And so what I decided to do for my repurposing project was to gear this toward a different audience, my peers, rather than people involved in Samaritan Ministry or thinking about getting involved in Samaritan Ministry. So I decided to make an internship website for my peers at school, all about interning and why it's so great and all the positive experiences that my friends have had with it. So this is my proposal, and I decided to write about get different experiences from my fellow students who had interned, depending on their majors, like some business people, some people that were in environmental programs, etc. And kind of see why they thought that this was one of their most positive experiences. And so I decided that the Career Center website really doesn't have anything like this. They definitely help you find internships and have a lot of great tips, but they don't really have a definite like past internship experiences from fellow Wolverines kind of a portal. So I kind of wanted to create that for them. So that was what I based this off of. Additionally, the Career Center's website is sometimes hard to use. It's kind of hard to find stuff. There's like a lot of these tiny little bullet points, but it's not really captivating or interactive. So I also wanted to tackle that problem. So I came up with the Wolverine Internship Experience website. And what this is, it's kind of two-pronged. So the first part is all about the info about why you should intern, where you can intern, how to get an internship, how to make the most of your internship. We'll kind of go through that in a minute. And then also different kind of options for interning. So I interviewed students and kind of created a virtual panel of interns and separated them by whether or not their internship was paid, what city they worked in, their major, and then over here you have this all button, which lets you see all of the internships. So we will start with the info page. So why intern? I kind of listed some internship facts up here. I definitely had to do a lot of research for this, which was really helpful for me because it actually educated me a lot too, which I've used in my further internship searches. And I wanted to create something that was like kind of easy to get through, had a lot of information, and also had like a lot of links. So here you'll see this will take you to the Career Center connector where you can log in. Different things, my Pinterest page, which we'll get back to for my remediating project, and different internship search websites, and then also different resources from the Career Center. So this one, when it loads, will take us to interviewing with the Career Center. So that was kind of that point. And then here are just some tips of things to know before you go, do's and don'ts, what to do during the internship, networking. We'll click on this one. So I kind of wanted to make it smaller blurbs with some pictures so that it wasn't so daunting. Up here you have quotes from different people that I actually interviewed, which we'll see later on in the project. And obviously the Career Center, information about interning there. So then explore all internships, we'll go here. So this is a list of all of the people that I interviewed about their internship, where they interned, etc. So as you can see, there's like a pretty vast variety of types of internships, and I'll scroll to the top here and show you how you can sort them. So here's paid, unpaid, course credit. You can sort by city. So here we've got Ann Arbor, let's see, Amanda and Mara and Patrick, all doing different things, communications, environment, business, material science, and then I really just wanted to make it pretty user-friendly, so you can click through the different cities, Chicago, so trying to incorporate that, and then this page, majors, we'll get back to a little bit for my remediating project. But definitely worked a lot more with this kind of a topic as I moved on. So yeah, so the website layout, I originally had it kind of planned out kind of the same way. So you can see the concepts here with some comments about how I wanted photos and quotes and things like that, along with like the information page about the three-prong why intern, benefits of interning, making the most of the internship, as well as the separation of dividing the internships based on different criteria. So that was very helpful. And kind of some final thoughts. I used a lot of pictures, so I really got to use Creative Commons a lot and work with their licensing so that I wasn't using people's photos and not giving them credit. And then I also had some comments about things that I would have done if I had more time. Probably would have wanted to do more individual profiles. It was a little bit challenging getting people to interview with me because college students just have a lot going on. And how to get involved, kind of like those things. I would have wanted to do maybe a little bit more with them. But definitely, I thought that this made a lot of the Career Center's information more accessible for students, and I thought it made a lot of sense given that a lot of students really want to intern but maybe don't know where to start. So that this would be a good starting point and help them build efficacy, because if they see their peers doing these kinds of projects and being successful, then they think that they can do the same thing. So, and then here's all the credits for all of the photos that I used. And so then for my remediating project, I had to take this, gear it toward the same audience, but use a different medium. So for my repurposing project, which is this one, I definitely took a different route than a lot of my peers by creating something on media, because a lot of them wrote papers or did magazine articles, things like that, which are really cool. But I wanted to go online with mine. So then for my remediating project, I kind of was stuck because I didn't really want to do a video or anything like that. So I decided to do something involving social media. So the Career Center has this great website called the Employer Buzz. And what they do is they list a bunch of different like office hours for companies that are coming to visit, career fairs, things like that. Kind of give you a lot of information about them, who might be interested in them. And I think that's awesome, but it kind of is geared towards seniors mostly, or like end of term juniors. And I really wanted something for people before that that they could use to get a head start on their career search by doing an internship. And so what I decided to do was to create a Pinterest board. So I can pull up my project proposal here. So like I said in here, I want them to be able to connect with Career Center information, obviously still kind of the same goal. But I also wanted to connect this project with my previous website and kind of expand on it and give people different internship options available. So not just where other people have interned in the past, but what other internships are available to them. So I also think like a lot of people do use Pinterest and other like Tumblr, things like that. It seemed like it was a good fit for college students. So I decided to go with it, and my storyboarding process was basically putting down all of the boards here. So I have this board where I talk about Career Center resources, definitely linking to my previous, you can see kind of similar images, linking to my previous website, as well as the Career Center website and the Employer Buzz, which is right here, and definitely wanted to still incorporate the Career Center. Did a lot of writing of descriptions right here. One of the problems I came across was this this part right here only allowed for like a certain number of characters, which I pretty much maxed out on for every single board, which was a bummer because I wanted to write more about the majors and what kind of internships people have done. But I think it ended up okay because it's less wordy, and I definitely, in a lot of the later slides, which you'll see, got to write a lot more in the pins themselves than in the descriptions. This is LSNA resources, and like LSNA has their own internships homepage. So when you click on the pins, it'll actually take you to the page that you can find out about internships. So I really liked that part because students can go right away and find all the information they need. Campus internship programs right here. University of Michigan does a lot of different internship programs that many people don't know about. So you have a semester in Detroit. You have their Ottawa political internship program, which many people don't know about. Camp Davis, great opportunity. So there are a ton of different things that the university offers. These are just some of them. If I had more time, I definitely would have delved into each department and what they offered, but I just didn't have that kind of time because there were so many different boards that I was doing. But you can see here that I've included all of the different LS&A majors. Originally, I was doing every major at the university, but that was just really overwhelming. And definitely there's some overlaps. Like the business school students obviously aren't an LS&A, but they can look at like economics major, internship opportunities, definitely, because a lot of them would apply. So just like different kinds of marketing and accounting, things like that. And then for the some like a public policy student, they can look at like political science internships or org studies, things like that. So I figured that that would have been okay. Definitely wasn't what I originally planned on, but it ended up working out. And I'm happy that I went for quality over quantity. And so here, let me get to another board. So we've got, let's see, we can do math. So I don't know like anything about mathematics really beyond high school, but there are so many different things that math majors can do for interning, and it was really helpful. One of the most helpful things definitely was going to the department page of each department, kind of seeing what career options they offer their students. So you can see like here it just talks about courses and stuff, but research and career options, and then kind of basing where I looked for internships for them off of kind of different ones of these. So here you'll see, we'll get to it, just kind of different things that they can do. So definitely looking into a lot of those kinds of things, as well as different things that I know my friends who are math majors have done in the past, which was really helpful. And kind of texting my friends that are in different majors that I'm not familiar with, and asking them what options are available to them. So that is my remediation project. I definitely would have, if I had more time, incorporated the internship stories from here, from my Wolverine internship experience page. So we'll go to I have like a lot of people that actually had internship experiences, and then I could have highlighted those on the internship board for communications majors. But I just didn't have enough time to do that, which was unfortunate, but I think it worked out, and I linked a lot of the stuff to the Wolverine internship experience page. So that's pretty easily accessible between the two. And definitely the nicest thing that I've got is feedback from my peers, both in the minor in writing and outside of it, that have seen this website, and they've actually used it to look for different internships. So that's been really, really exciting, because usually you might not get that in school when you're working on like different papers and stuff, but it's been cool to see that it's been helpful for some people. So I'm really happy I pushed myself with these two projects. I'm glad that I went with kind of an unconventional piece of writing with my internship story, and kind of turned it into something that was applicable to all sorts of different majors. And I'm really, really happy that I ended up doing the Pinterest board and the website, because it's something that probably wasn't a path that many of my peers took, but I learned a lot of new skills. Like I've never made an internship or made a website before, so that was really helpful. I picked up a lot of good web writing knowledge, and then same with the Pinterest board. I hadn't really done that kind of thing aside from like a personal Pinterest board before. So it was cool to see how businesses and organizations can use social media to make their product or their services stand out. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So thank you very much.